Hey, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Ashley. We're the founders of For the Good, a community created to empower and elevate you to live a purpose-driven life.
Our mission is to bring light into our world, and to do so, we have learned that it must start within.
We are so glad to have you here with us. Hi friends, we are back with a new episode of the For the Good podcast. I felt this message on my heart, so today we are going to talk about not giving up on a dream. I recently read a quote that said, "A baby falls and gets back up repeatedly before they learn how to walk, but they never think, this isn't for me." In a similar way, throughout our life as we grow up, we seek out things we want to learn or do, like ride a bike or graduate high school. This episode is for our dreamers, our goal-getters, for those who have a fire in your heart for something that is calling your name. But along the way, you've allowed thoughts of feeling not enough, inadequate, or not ready to take over. So today, this episode is for you to keep going. Too often, people give up too early on a dream. Thoughts like, it's too hard, it takes too much time, fill up their mind. And rather than keep pushing, keep trying, they give in. Here are a couple people who kept persevering and never gave up. John Wooden coached UCLA for 16 years before he won a championship. It took Michelangelo 4 years to paint the Sistine Chapel. Mount Rushmore took 14 years to carve. No matter what goals you are after, remember to focus on your process because the best results come with persistence, time, and patience. Let these people serve as a reminder to keep going because little by little, a little becomes a lot. I believe that God put dreams on your heart with a purpose, and it is up to you to take those steps forward so they can come to pass. For the longest time, I had a dream of writing a book. I remember in first grade, our teacher asked us to write down what we wanted to be when we grew up. And my response was I wanted to be an author. I grew up with a passion to write. I would write lyrics, poems, stories, and share them with anybody who wanted to hear. So I feel like this is something that has always been a part of me. And as I grew up, I knew that this was still a dream that I held on to and that I wanted it to come to pass. But I didn't know when would be the right time, what I should write about. And in the fall of 2019, I took that leap. It was something I knew would be a time commitment, and that's why I mentioned earlier that that is something that can too often hold people back from having a dream come to pass, is that it takes time. And I dedicated in the mornings before I would work, in the evenings, on the weekends, to be able to create something I felt like God was wanting me to bring into this world. And once I was able to get that completed and I held that first printed copy in my hand, it was such an emotional moment. So there is nothing like feeling that joy and that appreciation for the time that you put into something, because anything great in life, it takes time. So don't allow that to be something that holds you back from creating something great in this world. No matter what your dream is, go after it. Because as I mentioned earlier, the world needs what you have to offer. Your voice matters, your story matters, and what you create can make a difference. I have a friend who is a hospice nurse, and she said at the end of someone's life, that's when regret kicks in. She said so many people have shared with her what they wish they would have tried and done in their lifetime. And now, at the end of it, they live with that regret. And remember that no one has to understand your dream but you. God placed it in your heart, not someone else's. So that's something else I believe that can hold someone back, is being afraid of what other people might think of you making this happen. You know, it takes courage and bravery to follow your dreams. And too often there are people who didn't take that step. And so they believe that you aren't able to make it happen either. So shake that off and know that if it is in your heart, and it is something that you believe should be out in this world, and that you have the ability to create this and have this come to pass, know that you are able. I believe that anybody who took that leap of faith into something new will encourage you, and they'll tell you how much they believe in you, and even share their story about how they were able to do it, because that will just be inspiration and a motivation for you as well. One of my favorite stories on this is of Jamie Kern Lima of It Cosmetics. She had to overcome years of rejection while pitching her products, as well as self-doubt. In her book, she shares a quote that she held in her heart along the way. It read, "Champions aren't made when the game is easy." In 2016, L'Oreal bought her cosmetic company for for $1.2 billion. She remembers that one male investor told her that he didn't believe that women would buy makeup from someone who looked like her, with her body and weight. So what if on that day, or on any of the others, that she felt that self-doubt rise up within her, she stopped right there? What if she said, you know what, this probably isn't for me, and gave up? Then she wouldn't have gotten to where she is today. That's the hard part. The journey in between is where most people step back. But you are different. You are set apart. This is a time you have to dig your heels in and push even harder. This is what will set you apart from the rest. What I shared earlier about my friend who's a hospice nurse, it reminds me of a message from Les Brown. It goes, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all of the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream." So friend, today is your day. Today is your day to take that first step, or the second step, or the 100th step. Wherever you are at on your journey, I want you to remember to keep going. Anything worth having in life, it doesn't come easy. It comes with persistence and hard work and dedication and passion. And if you believe in yourself enough, you have the ability to make this dream come to pass, no matter how big or how crazy it may seem right now at this time. As long as you keep taking those steps forward, God is going to continue to open up doors and opportunities for you that you never would have imagined for yourself. So with each step, you are going to grow more confidence in yourself and in what you are doing. And despite what anybody around you says, keep going. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. And we all have just one life to live. So I want you to make yourself proud. So those people that I mentioned in this podcast today, they all highlight this message of anything in life worth having doesn't come easy, or else everyone would do it. Everyone would climb a mountain. Everyone would become a millionaire. Everyone would write a book. Everyone would be drafted to the NFL. So friends, while other people around you are settling and believing that they are mediocre, no, not you. You are made for greatness. You are made to make a difference in this world. You are made for amazing things. And to be able to step into the greatness that you are called into, you have to believe in yourself and take these steps. Because where you are a year from now is a reflection of the choices that you choose to make right now. I encourage you to take some time and read about other people like Jamie. Their stories will serve as an inspiration for your life to keep going, keep persevering, and know that you are capable of overcoming anything that you set your mind to today. So yeah, there are going to be hard days. You are still going to have thoughts of feeling defeated or wanting to give up, but don't. Keep pushing. Keep putting yourself out there. Whether it is to start a podcast or run a marathon. I mean, there are an unlimited amount of dreams out there. So whatever yours is, I hope that this podcast has served as an inspiration for you to pick yourself back up and keep going. I love to hear how your journey is going. So feel free to connect with me on social, Instagram, Facebook, Ashley Surma, or even here at For The Good. Email is hello@forthegood.com. And again, thank you so much for joining me here today on our For The Good podcast. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we are going to be diving in more on different aspects and areas of mental health. So stay tuned here at For The Good. Have a great day, everyone, and make today count.
Thanks for joining us at the For The Good podcast. We would love to connect with you. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at For The Good Official and our blog at forthegood.com. And be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode.
Remember, a positive mindset is the beginning of true happiness, not just for the good of the individual, but for the good of the world.